Triple T, right? So welcome to the people on Facebook
Eddie
Live.
was worried. Eddie needs us right now, and so we're live, bud.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook Live. We're back. So those, like I said, just what I mentioned in the first 3 minutes, we got to look at the Iowa game last night at Western Illinois. We've got to preview the Illinois game. We've got a lot of things to run down, including the FBS and a night commission. That's what it's called. Basically saying that the FBS, the college football, should separate themselves from the NCAA. There's a couple other stories that we need to be looking down. But, and again, like I said, piggybacking from yesterday, the Mount Rushmore of most hated. I'm going to kind of change a little bit. We'll get some names. I just want to get you guys insight on things. But last night, number 3, Iowa beat Western Illinois 99-58. Garza put up 30 in the first half. That's back-to-back where he scored 30 points or more in the first half of a game.
Hooping.
It was also his 23rd career double-double. He added 10 rebounds and 2 blocks to those 35 points. Garza has now posted 20 points or more in 19 consecutive games dating back to last season. That ties NC State's TJ Warren for the longest streak by a major conference player over the last 20 seasons. In the first half, Garza himself outscored Western Illinois 30-26. He also passed Matt Gatens for 8th on the Iowa's all-time list. Not to be, it's Garza, but Patrick Caffrey looked good. Jack Nungy played very well in his first game back, following the unexpected passing of his father. He tied his career high with 18. Iowa's won 16 of his last 17 games inside Carver Hawkeye Arena dating back to last season and has improved to 10-0 all-time against Western Illinois. Iowa returns to action Tuesday against nationally ranked North Carolina, who are 3-1 on the year. This is in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. The tip-off is scheduled for 6:30 on Mediacom Court at Carver Hawkeye Arena. You know what else is important about this? What's that?
Lay it on me.
Going into this game, Iowa is either going to be ranked number 2 or 1 in the country.
That's a big deal.
Because number 2 lost?
Because Gonzaga plays Baylor on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. So somebody, either they jump, they probably won't. That whoever wins this game stays at 1. You know what I'm saying? So probably they'll be at number 2 going into this game in the ACC Big Ten Challenge.
Derek said, is Iowa leaning on Garza too much? Shooters haven't been great so far.
Well, you've got a runner-up National Player of the Year. Did Dayton, rely on Obi too much last year?
I would say no. I mean,
listen, this team is good.
These are warm-up teams, too. Yeah. I would say no. I mean, they're not... No.
And you can rely on them all you want. I mean, the better teams are going to clamp down on defense. I do think Iowa's going to have to work on their defense as well.
Did the Bulls rely on Jordan?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not saying to say that this is Jordan, but it's, equivalent in the comparison that...
You rely on your star players no matter what.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Absolutely.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Gosh.
On a Friday.
Pink hair.
Don't care.
Scarf. Hey.
I brought my kids with, that's why.
And the kids are in there doing their studies.
They're in between double-sided interrogation room glass.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. They're in the interrogation room.
Doing their studies. Just good little chitlins.
They are pretty good kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
must take after somebody else.
Yeah, that's definitely not me.
Yeah. So, we're also having class at the same time. Look at us.
Yeah, they're in school. Yeah, I'm doing whole e-learning right now from the other room.
Iowa covers the
Supermom.
Iowa covers the 31-point spread, or 32, I think, by tip-off, and the over hits as well. So not too bad, not too bad at all. Good for Iowa. Look good, and we're going into some big games coming up. And then on Saturday, 2:30, we've got Iowa going to the University of Illinois. The Fighting Illini, head coach Levy Smith. They're sitting at 2-3 on the year. Iowa's 4-2. It'll be a 2:30 kickoff at Memorial Stadium. And looking at this, in the series, this will be the 76th meeting between Iowa and Illinois. Iowa trails the all-time series 35-38-2. But the Hawkeyes have won 14 of the last 17 meetings, 11 of their last 12, and 6 in a row. Iowa is 15-20 all-time in games played in Champaign, but has won its last 3 visits, including the 63-0 win in 2018. That was the largest margin of victory in the series and the largest in the Ferentz era. Illinois' last win in the series was 27-24 victory in Champaign in 2008. Iowa was favored by 13.5. Do we like this?
Yeah.
I say we like this too. I say we like Iowa by 2. I mean, they're putting up a lot of points. This is the most This is the most points they've averaged since 2002 as a team, offensively. So, keep your eyes on certain things. The running backs, obviously, Goodson leads the Hawkeyes and ranks second in the Big Ten with 564 yards rushing. And Micah Sargent ranks second in the Big Ten with 6.2 yards per carry, and third in the conference with 7 rushing touchdowns. Not bad. So Iowa has won its last 4 games, outscoring opponents 151-55 and averaging 37.8 points per game during the winning streak. Solid.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're just always going to look back at this and say 5 points. Those 2 losses came with 5 total points.
Yep. Unprecedented.
It's unprecedented. So,
what you giving me looks for?
I don't know.
But again,
Supermom.
Fun time. Hopefully, Iowa puts their 5th win in a row in football, and then we'll go into Tuesday's game in basketball, ranked 2nd in the nation, is what I'm predicting at that time, instead of number 3. And we'll see how the college football playoff committee comes. We'll talk a little bit more about college football playoffs and the idea of leaving the NCAA. So we've got our pick 6 to do as well.
Yay.
You've got and the over-unders, right?
Yep.
So we can
pick 6 and then over under 6.
Mm-hmm.
See if Leah can beat us this week.
I will.
Last week, by the way, because remember we had to wait until that game yesterday. I forgot to go back and recap that.
That's right.
Forgot to go back and recap that. Silly T-Roy. As I go back to find it to recap it. All right, Jay. Baltimore won by what or lost by what? What was the spread?
There was a backdoor. There was a backdoor.
But what was the final score?
19 to what? Wait, hold on. 19 to 10.
Well, then, because we had it at 3.5.
Well, it changed because of the quarterback situation.
We had it at 3.5. So, Jay, you did not get that. So, Leah, you ended up 2-3-1. Jay, you ended up 2-3-1, and I ended up 3-2-1. And then Jay, of course, won
the over/under
with 11. You had 10. And I had
by 1.
That's right. You lost.
For those of you listening out there on Facebook and everything else, we want to just give a little PSA to our friends down at Chuck's Tap.
Yes. Important news here, everyone.
Next Friday, they'll be doing their annual toy drive. The Santa Claus will be down at Chuck's Tap from 8 to 11.
On Friday.
Him.
They are also combining this with 7G, our friends from Budweiser. Santa will be there, and if you bring a toy down, they will give you some type of
7G product.
Yeah, it'll be like swag or something like that.
Some sort of beer.
It would be cool if you get a beer for a toy.
Who knows?
Who knows what they're giving? They
might
got all
do that.
kinds of different stuff.
I'm taking
But that'll
15
be
beers
December
or toys
11th.
down there.
On Friday, and then on Saturday they take, what is it, 16? She said 16.
Well, yeah, they're taking one of the big delivery trucks, so the 16-door trucks. So they got, they have the side doors. So there's 8 doors, I believe, per side, and their goal is to fill the truck.
They can do it. We can do it.
So
Quad Cities can do it.
Let's get down to Chuck's Tap, everybody. That's Friday and Saturday. Both times again, Jay,
That Saturday will be all day. They're
all
loading
day
that up.
Saturday,
But Santa will be there from 8 to 11 on that.
8 to 11 for Santa. Stop in, see Sugar, see our friends down at Chuck's Tap.
Yeah.
Great people down there. And,
Love
man,
Chuck's.
The White House, Jay.
Yep.
They have the best breakfast, too,
They
by
do.
the way.
Yeah, that's what we had.
The White House is Jay and I's go-to.
Yep, we had that today.
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
You had school.
You had school.
I know, every day.
Supermom. I mean, we can't have you do too much.
Yeah, don't want to overload the bomber.
Yeah, I don't want to,
You don't want her short circuit.
Yeah, got to keep her fresh.
Okay.
So,
fair enough.
Yeah, like I said, that will be next Friday. We're doing a fingers crossed that next week the governor says, hey, the numbers are going down in Iowa.
Back to business as
We're
usual.
going back to business as usual. Just be smart. So fingers crossed. We're hoping that at some point Monday or Tuesday, which she has a conference and says as of midnight on December 10th, we're going back to business as usual. And for our friends down at Chuck's Tap, that would be a nice time for this toy drive that people would feel comfortable going there, and they wouldn't have to feel like they have to enforce the mask rule.
And you did tell them, too, that all the toys are going to Family Resources.
Oh, yeah,
And
sorry,
Davenport Police Department to help them pass out to needy kids as well. So
Yeah, I love it.
So
pretty cool of them down there at Chuck's.
Yeah. All right. So let's take our first break. And then when we come back, we're going to take a look at the stories around the league. I've got some other things for us to talk about as well. And piggybacking from what we did yesterday, all that fun stuff. But this is us, ESPN 1170 AM. We appreciate you guys tuning in. It's December 4th, about 12:15. We'll
5
be right
years
back
into
from break.
2020.
Yeah.
Done Right TV and Security Solutions is proud to be your Dish Premier local retailer. Use Dish's Voight remote to serve live TV, over 80,000 on-demand titles, and Netflix at the same time. Done Right has all the products you need to turn your home into a smart home. Not only do they have state-of-the-art products, they even have their own installation experts for TV mounts, wireless networks, home theaters, security systems, and more. Call 866-84-RIGHT today to get the package that is right for you. Netflix streaming membership required. Voice remote requires internet-connected hopper. Restrictions do apply. Once again, that is Done Right TV and Security Solutions at 866-84-RIGHT.
You like that? You like that? Holy cow!
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
The holidays are right around the corner. Don't stress out finding that perfect gift for that hard-to-buy someone on your list. Shop Premier Metal Art. They do custom engraving on items like tumblers, promotional items, and other custom gifts. They even do holiday decor and family namesakes. These multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art items are a must-have this holiday season. Customize your man cave or purchase a gift for a sports fan, a first responder, or even a veteran. Order now online at qcpremier.com or on Facebook. Finish your holiday shopping today.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Kendrick Perkins.
Max, you argued me down on first take about how good of a player Chris Middleton was.
No, I didn't.
And I told you, yes, you did. And I told you that he wasn't that type of guy, right?
But he did
play. Oh, I'm making stuff up.
I argued for Chris Middleton. No, I said Chris Middleton should be at best the third best player on a championship team. You need another dude who can go get his own shot and do it on a higher level than Middleton if you want to pair him with Giannis to win a championship. I never said anything different than that. I wasn't thinking the Bucks were going to win a title this year.
So did you have a Bucks coming out of the East?
Yep. I sure did. Shut up, Perk. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
In these uncertain times, it's vital to keep our most vulnerable children and their families connected to the resources they need. Big Brothers Big Sisters does just that. Our adult mentors are in regular contact with littles and their families. We talk with parents to make sure they are receiving necessities that help keep their children healthy and safe. We believe that every child has potential. Please help us defend that potential with your gift.
Go to kidsconnectedqc.org. That's kidsconnectedqc.org.
Janae and Golick Jr.
Janae, through all of, Russell Wilson, we know he's a lot, from Mr. Unlimited to the weird video announcing his contract staying in Seattle, the bubble water, his bad dance moves behind Sierra's music videos. Through all of it, he's still winning. I would trust him and Tyler Lockett with my PIN number, with any amount of money that I needed in my life. These guys are the surest bet in pro sports right now, and it's nice. We always like to say give people flowers while they can still smell them. Russell Wilson has been this quarterback. This is not a new version of him as far as I'm concerned, but it's a new version of this team putting its offense in his hands. He's getting all of the conversation around him and his ability that he's richly deserved for a while. And so in the interest of giving people their flowers, I'm really happy to see this, on a fundamental level, for a guy who's been playing this kind of ball and been meeting this kind to his team.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Meet the Bakers.
Happy holidays!
This year, they're especially thankful for family time.
Oh, he's gotten so big.
And with pizza deals at Casey's all season long, they can spend less time in the kitchen and more time catching up.
It's so good to see you.
Now at Casey's, get 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each.
Yum!
Casey's, here for family time, here for good.
I've seen the worst things that can possibly happen. This isn't even close to that.
He's back on your radio. Greeny.
I have always felt basketball is a game where the team that has the best player wins. The Lakers would have the 2 best players.
Greeny, covering the top stories with the biggest names. Plus, breaking news.
Only in football do we wonder this aloud, and I just thought it was worth spelling out all of the ways in which Brady changed everything.
Greeny, weekdays at 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
When you own a business, every precious second of your life is spent focusing on how to make it successful and profitable. You spend so much time worrying about making things right, the last thing you need to worry about is when things go wrong. That's where we come in.
Jorgensen Insurance, our worldwide resources allow us to give your business the most comprehensive and cost-effective commercial insurance plan anywhere. Online at jorgenseninsurance.com. Now, get back to work.
Listen to every game on your sports leader. Download our app for our play-by-play schedule and never miss a thing from the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back, everybody, to Don't Hassle Us or Local. We're local. Oh, my God. I get Locals Love Us and us mixed up all the time. You gotta love them Locals Love Us guys. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and this is the greatest sports talk show in the Quad Cities.
Couple things to go around the sports world. We saw a clip. Oh, by the way, I was not tuned in during the initial time when Jess Settles made a shot during the Iowa game, made a shout out to Matt Randazzo.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, and Randazzo, he put on Facebook, it's like, I've always known that Jess Settles has the most, like, best insight to talent, whatever else. So I think he was just doing of people who do coverage of the Hawkeyes and everything, and just kind of gave him a nice little plug. So that's our boy Dazzo. But he also shared a story that we've talked about. It was actually on the news this morning and the Today's Show, and it was the Texas high school kid from Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh? Yeah, Edinburgh High School football team. When the kid just drilled that referee, he had basically gotten ejected from the game, penalized for some type of thing that he did.
Had to have been a
dirty hit.
Yeah, a dirty hit or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a personal foul, so he was ejected.
Mm-hmm.
And then he stormed the field and knocked the ref on his butt.
He tackled him.
Yeah, no, I mean, he hit him.
That's
And
crazy.
And the referee was, he was out. He was down and out for a little while. So he ended up leaving. The referee left for concussion protocol.
Wow.
But I mean, that's what we're talking about. Like, so my daughter says, "Why do you do it?" I just said, "Bad parents."
Mm.
1, bad parents, and then 2, bad coaches, and it goes in that order, and not any other way.
Can you imagine being that kid's parents? How embarrassed you'd be.
They probably don't care.
They probably aren't.
That's probably why he acts
yeah.
that way.
Probably why he acts that way.
That just
And
gives
he's
you
got-
the
You heard
gut.
what I said right away when I saw it.
If that was my
He's
kid,
never playing football again.
I would tackle
Period.
the kid. You don't do that to authority in any way.
Eddie says on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment that it was a shoulder injury and concussion that he had. Listen,
The ref?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Eddie said people are backing that kid, huh? So
Of course they are. Just like they stand up for the writers and the looters, too.
well, I don't back this kid one bit. And
No.
and if anyone would know, like, behavior issues and what goes on in family, whatever else, it would be Anderson, who's a friend of the show. But there's a lot of times, there's a lot of things that kids are being coddled in schools. And I understand that it is important for them to have their IEPs and 504s and everything else, but a lot of times they're used as crutches. And I can count on multiple fingers and toes how many times it was used as a crutch when I was just a teacher for 5 years, and it was when it was implemented right, and how everything went the way it was supposed to be, your IEPs, your 504s. But if the littlest thing, and every once in a while you would have the kid, the littlest thing doesn't go their way, they'll find that one line in the IEP 504 or whatever else that they feel like you violated. and they'll use that to their advantage.
And kids are taught to do this.
Now I tell you, I'll give you my one story, and it was a kid who he didn't want to do anything. First things first, I taught geography, okay, which was also an elective out of part of a group, so it wasn't a requirement. So if you chose my class, you chose it because probably you thought, one, he's going to be a fun teacher, or two, a counselor probably said this is the easiest one out of the 4 choices. All right, so I would tell the kids a couple things is how I did day one. I'm going to come in with a good attitude majority of the days. And if I'm doing it, I'm joking around. I'm joking around because I like talking with you. If you're having a bad day and you don't want to be teased or joked, and I don't want to say teasing in a bad way, okay? But, and just tell me it's not my day. Don't tell me to F off. And I go, just like not every day I'm going to be 100%. If you come in bouncing, hey, did you see this, Foster, blah, blah, and I don't respond back, don't say in bad mood. I'm just going to say, hey, it's not my day. Let's cool it down. Let's all just get along, and everything will be cream cheese. And then I'd also say, if you fail this class, you are working harder to fail my class than I am at trying to pass you. Congratulations, you've beat me. Now, I had this student, didn't want to do anything, had multiple meetings, this and that. Finally got down to finals, and I got called into the guidance counselor and said, well, in his IEP, it's supposed to have a book at home. I said, there is a book at home. Here, it's in Ledger, it's everything else. Here's the book number. I want the book back, by the way. And then they said, no, there had to be, he goes to his grandpa's after school. It had to be at his grandpa's house. Not my fault where the book goes.
Right.
They just kept pushing it, till finally I said, do you want me to pass him? I'll just pass him. Let's just, instead of wasting our time, have this kid take a test again or anything like that. And they go, no, that's not it. I just passed him.
Mm-hmm. You hear that a lot, though. Teachers, they're pressured to pass kids if they play sports, too. Like, you hear about teachers like, this kid has turned in no homework, and I'm going to fail him. And then they get in trouble. They get reprimanded for failing the student.
So I don't know the student athlete's background,
right?
But I'm saying if someone's backing it, it's because this has happened time and time again. Because he's gotten into trouble, he's done things like this, and he's always gotten away with it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm recklessly speculating, but I feel very confident I could make that bet.
I agree with you.
And that's a terrible thing that we had to see that.
My kids, if they get in trouble at school, they get in trouble at home. There's no exceptions.
Yeah. Well, the reason we saw it is because it gets clicks.
That's true, too.
Yeah, but there's people celebrating it, and I think that's the downfall of society right there. That's our issue right now. People are celebrating criminal behavior, or
they're celebrating
it gets clicks.
That they don't like people. They like people standing up to authority.
You can stand up to authority and not assault them.
Yeah, that's true.
But it does get clicks. For example, Town Square Media, we're in their building. That's the people that are higher ups in New York. They care more about those local unique views, than they do about anything else. And so, for example, the guys down the hall who know a little bit about sports, little bit, they made a story about it. Dwyer Michaels they don't need to write a story about it, but
I
they
saw
did
them
it.
post it.
But they did it because
they'll get clicks.
They'll get clicks. Absolutely. So I think that's just probably about enough talking about that and where we're at in society. And
it's Friday.
Yeah.
All
right. On Thursday, a thing called the Knight Commission, which is a reform-minded college sports watchdog, recommended that the FBS programs, basically your Division I, that don't play in, not your UNIs or Illinois States. So the Iowas.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Nebraska.
Your Power 5.
Your Power 5.
Yeah.
I got it.
That
Notre Dame.
The college football playoffs separate from the NCAA. All right? The commission proposed a new entity called the National College Football Association, which would be comprised of 100 of the 130 current FBS schools, and it would be funded by the College Football Playoffs Committee. The proposed NCFA would manage all issues related to education, health, safety, litigation, eligibility, enforcement, and revenue distribution in major college football.
What about basketball?
Nope. I'll tell you this in a second. Under this proposal, the NCAA would still govern over basketball and other collegiate sports. The NCAA doesn't own the college football playoffs. The college football playoffs is a different. The CFP is something completely different. The NCAA does, however, have March Madness, and it is their biggest revenue maker. So these people have said, like, hey, let's stay away from this. You guys can have that, but we want to take this.
They can do without it this year.
Huh?
They didn't have March Madness this
year. I know.
year.
Yeah. So the commission's reasoning for the recommendation that the NCAA has a broken governance structure and is, quote, is no longer keeping pace with the rapid commercial growth of college athletics, particularly FBS football. I don't know if this is the answer, but really the quote was, change is coming, and the NCAA better do something about it quick.
What's the change that's coming?
That it's I mean,
that they're going to get fired.
Yay!
So, yeah, there's a nice article on ESPN about it. It's very lengthy, but that's just kind of the short version of it. It's interesting that, I mean, they've already kind of broken away. So with the college football playoff, but it's just the discrepancy of money and everything else that's going on here.
Politics.
Maybe.
Oh, it's all politics. Money and politics.
Yeah.
Politics is money.
So they did meet with the NCAA president, Mark Emmert, on Thursday morning and to give it this recommendation. It's an interesting thing to look at, that we're politics and money, that we're looking at changing things. The quote from Knight Commission co-chair Arne Duncan, who played basketball at Harvard, said, every other sport looks like a duck and walks like a duck and probably is a duck. But went on to say, the one that looks like a pterodactyl, it's not like the others, and it has a widely disproportionate impact on everything else. It doesn't make sense.
Who is he calling a pterodactyl?
Football.
Oh, I
because
disagree.
It just makes so much more money, and these schools are making money because of they have their television deals, their bowl games, everything else. So it's NCAA. They're saying, like, taking care of football. The NCAA is not looking at they're just looking at it as a moneymaker for what little they have to do with it, and telling them what they can and can't do, and make eligibility requirements. And I think the one thing that we agree about with the NCAA and their eligibility is, what's with the 20-year-old rule? 20 years old or 2 years in college before you can go to the NFL draft.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You think they should be 19 making $15 million a year?
If you're that talented. I mean, but that could be an NFL thing too as well. But
yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion either way.
I just think when you hit the NFL, you're dealing with men.
Yeah.
Big, large, strong men.
Yeah. Beat you with experience.
You better be some sort of fully developed 19-year-old before you start going into that realm. I mean, you're talking a 19-year-old guy going up against a 25-year-old guy that's got all of his muscle and strength and has been honing his craft against the best. I don't know. I mean, I'd hate to see some kid go early and just ruin his career by doing it.
You have to be in the top 1% of athletes to even be able to try out.
My thing is this, too. Think about it, Leah. It's like being a kid's fun. And that part of college, that last 4 years, you're not a kid anymore. You're a young adult.
Right.
Enjoy those beginning 4 years,
that's
whether
the best
it's
time ever.
in college or whatever you're doing, those 4 years where you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, okay? You're right in that area. Before you graduate, you go off and you have to start paying real bills and enjoy it.
Right, and when you make it to the NFL, you have to worry about people out to get you. You know, your accountants, your lawyers, they're going to take advantage of you, and you don't have the capacity intellectually to prepare yourself for that at 19 years old. I barely had it when I started paying my own bills. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it's like...
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I agree with that. See?
Like
I want to keep my kids innocent as long as I can.
People trying to discredit Santa Claus. I don't like to hear it.
Agreed too.
Santa Claus is a great man.
He's going to be a little light in the loafers this year.
He's immune to COVID.
Well, COVID took its toll on his pocketbook this year. So
yesterday, we were... The way we looked at each other over this news, T-Roy, of Josh Gordon is the craziest thing.
Oh, we're sitting there.
This guy's got 6 different infractions.
Yeah.
He's now eligible to return on week 16.
For what team?
That was what we were looking at each other. I was like, this guy, is he on a team? He's on the Seahawks. And I do remember them signing him and being like, oh, okay, that makes sense or whatever else. But
imagine if they would have got Antonio Brown too.
Yeah.
Good God. I mean, is he going to learn the offense fast enough to even be able to help?
Well,
is he still the same guy he was?
Yeah, I think he's allowed now to, once he passes COVID protocol, now he's allowed to practice with him. Speaking of practice.
Practice? Talking about practice?
Are my kids still alive in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We mentioned on Sunday that the Broncos, we mentioned on Monday, but the Broncos found themselves in a tight spot when Drew Lock, Brett Rypien, and Blake Bortles were taken away from the team's practice on Saturday. And they had to isolate after they were at high-risk close contacts to quarterback Jeff Driscoll, who tested positive for COVID-19 last Thursday. So Kendall Hinton became their quarterback because he's their emergency quarterback. I've got a list of all the emergency quarterbacks for all 32 NFL teams. Some of them are punters, some of them are high school QBs, and more. Give me a team.
Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Can't believe
they
you
were almost there.
They have options for their emergency.
Okay.
Wide receiver Cedric Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass to Dak Prescott this season.
I recall that.
Yeah. So, I believe that. So, Cedric Wilson would be their emergency if they needed to do it.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, yo.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Tell me about them.
Matt Moore is their practice squad quarterback in their emergency. But Travis Kelce did play some quarterback in college at Cincinnati.
And isn't he a pretty man? Oh, a fine specimen.
He is 1 of 3 passing with the Chiefs with an interception and almost had a TD pass to Patrick Mahomes during a Week 12 game against the Bucs. But Matt Moore is their emergency backup quarterback.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
You keep naming the last two were the best teams in the NFL.
Wide receiver Ryan Switzer held that role last season. It would either be him or tight end Zach Gentry, who was a highly touted quarterback recruit out of high school before switching positions at Michigan. So it would be Ryan Switzer.
Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers. All
Ryan
right.
Switzer is a former Cowboy, by the way.
Mm-hmm. It would be
Bobby Boucher.
Fullback / tight end John Levitt.
John Levitt.
Yep. He was a 2-time All-American quarterback at Princeton. He threw 31 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. But unfortunately, he has a torn ACL now.
Ooh.
Did he break all Jason Garrett's records?
So Robert Tonyan began his college career at quarterback at Indiana State.
Bob Tonyan?
Yeah, Robert, yep.
Tonyan.
But he started as a quarterback at Indiana State. He started 3 games as a freshman before he moved to receiver as a sophomore. So that would probably be it.
All right. Minnesota Vikings.
Well, they have 3 quarterbacks on here as their backups. So they kind of came prepared with Sean Manning, Jake Browning, and Nate Stanley. But if they were all going to go down, Adam Thielen would be the first in line to play quarterback, followed by Kyle Rudolph.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Give me another. You want the Bears?
No.
Yes.
Dolphins.
Bears.
They have 2 emergency quarterback options, Cordarrelle Patterson and David Montgomery.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins, okay.
We don't have a third string on KC or no? Just we only have a back?
Your practice squad is Matt Moore. The backup
Right.
is...
does Travis Kelce, he's
Yeah.
on there? Okay.
Mm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Miami Dolphins reportedly have 2 solid options, Malcolm Perry and Lynn Bowden Jr. Both are rookie wide receivers. Both players started at quarterback for at least 1 collegiate season at Navy and Kentucky, respectively. Malcolm Perry would probably be the one to get the nod if it was an emergency quarterback. Other interesting ones, Jarvis Landry would probably get the call for the Browns.
Ooh, what was that for? Ooh.
I just like the name Rico Gafford would be the Las Vegas Raiders emergency quarterback if they all went down. Is there any other team? Who's the Tampa Bay has 2 players on the 53-man roster, Jaden Mickens, Will Golston. And what would Cliff Kingsbury do if they had it? The Cardinals have a couple options as their emergency quarterback. Cornerback Patrick Peterson has been their emergency option for a few years. And then tight end Max Williams was a quarterback in high school. So it would be, again, I think we showed it's not easy to be a quarterback in the NFL. Kendall Hinton struggled a little bit on that day. So
No. The NFL this year is a little different as well. I can't imagine it's easy to play for the NFL in general, let alone this year.
Nope.
No thanks. But they're still getting paid full.
They get paid.
Yeah,
Full.
trying times.
It's not prorated or anything like that.
No.
Okay, see.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to do our pick 6 for the week.
All right. Front Street Brewery, we mentioned earlier with their...
the oldest brew pub in Iowa.
The oldest brew pub in Iowa. It is nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi. It has served the fine community of Davenport, Iowa since 1992. They have some awesome beers on tap, including the Davenport Gold. It's an American Ale, the Wise Guy, German Wheat, and the Raging River, English-inspired American India Pale Ale, as well as their Cherry Bomb Blonde, which is my favorite. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials, and also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com.
You like that? You like that? Holy cow!
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Football is back at the Double Crown. No fans allowed in the stands, so get the best seats possible at the Double Crown Bar and Grill. During all big college football games, enjoy $5 pitchers of domestics and $2 wells. Stop in for lunch during the week. Tuesday is all-you-can-eat wings and Friday nights all-you-can-eat fish, both for just $11. Plus happy hour daily from 2 till 6. For daily specials, find them on Facebook. Double your fun every day at the Double Crown Bar and Grill, 217 Brady Street, downtown Davenport.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
If you don't think analytics are a useful tool in winning games in sports, then what you should do is when you go to the racetrack, you should just pick horses based upon which one you think is the prettiest. You should disregard everything else you might find in a racing form. You should pick stocks based upon how much you like the names of the companies. Disregard information that might help you make an informed decision. You wouldn't do that because you're not an idiot, and neither are the people running sports teams and making decisions. Analytics are a great example of something that has turned into a hot-button topic as we've attached a fancy or frightening word to a very simple concept. Analytics are just the things that have happened. That's all they are. They're just telling you what's happened. In the past, this has happened.
Greeny, weekdays at 11, a Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Don't let supporting local business be all talk. Put your money where your mouth, community is. It's time to walk the walk and keep your money local. Products and services, for business or fun, you name it. You can get it all here in the Quad Cities. So be a loudmouth about supporting local business and tell others, because every dollar we keep in the Quad Cities increases our collective success. Let's do this. Learn more at keepitqc.com, a Quad Cities Chamber initiative.
Tanae and Golick Jr.
You can still push forward playing. It's an impossible tightrope. Was it really worth it for you to have to go and mobilize? Is it worth it overall? And that's the hardest thing for me to reconcile when you have a season that looks like the odds of you making it to where you want to go are very slim, and now you're putting people in position where it's not their best luck either.
Janae and Golick Jr., 3 to 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
AJ here, get your t-shirts here, sweatshirts or polos here, GT Sports here, new owners, new items. I'm AJ at GT Sports, the best damn apparel shop in the Quad Cities with custom apparel, backpacks, uniforms, drinkware, hats, and much more. We are the embroidery and screen printing champions you can count on. GT Sports has it and is ready to serve you. Just down from Helium and Eldridge, or find us online at GT Sportswear. GT Sports here, get your t-shirts here, sweatshirts or polos here, GT Sports here.
Hey Quad Cities, it's Jaybird with Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Get your local sports talk 12 to 2 with me, T-Roy, Bomber, and Surge. Download the station app to listen to us anywhere, and like us on social media to join in the conversation. Plus, when you sign up to be an ESPN Insider, you'll get access to all of our great contests and everything that's going on at ESPN1170am.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged. We are the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers, but maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to TownsquareQuadCities.com now for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising here on ESPN 1170. Get started today. Call 563-202-2230 or visit TownsquareQuadCities.com.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back to the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And it's Jaybird, T-Roy, and the Bomb Diggity here in the house.
Happy Friday.
In the facility.
I will give this another 12 seconds. Len Casper, they're writing on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that Len Casper's leaving the Cubs to go do radio for the White Sox, and it did not move my needle one bit, where I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Have a good time, Lynn.
Bye.
And other news, T-Roy, that something you probably don't care too much about, but it's worth talking about. On Tuesday, the NBA opened up preseason, and they're going to be at their home facilities. But
they opened up with Comrade LeBron.
546 players tested for the COVID. 48 out of the 546 were positive.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good for the NBA's future. After someone who just did the bubble and everything else. But speaking of the bubble and testing, just a little less than 40 minutes ago, the NBA has made an announcement.
Yeah.
About testing.
Yeah.
They will no longer. They will suspend for this year because it's unprecedented times. Much like they did in the bubble. They will suspend random testing for marijuana.
Oh.
The NBA and the National Basketball Players Association have agreed to not conduct randomized tests for marijuana during the 2021 season.
They shouldn't anyway.
NBA spokesperson Mike Bass said, due to the unusual circumstances in conjunction with the pandemic, we have agreed with the NBPA to suspend random testing for marijuana for the 2020-21 season and focus our random testing programs on performance-enhancing products and drugs of abuse. So now they're saying marijuana is not a drug of abuse.
It's not. It never has been.
Hey, Paula.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Welcome to
2020.
The 21st century NBA and everyone else. Like, this is a conversation we had down at Chuck's with the Bob Father.
It was only criminalized because they couldn't profit off of it.
I agree.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's
a freaking plant. It's medicinal.
They did have a similar policy when they were down in the bubble, where 22 of the 30 teams were down there to play in the playoffs. But you use it. The rationalization is, hey, we made a mistake all these years ago, suspending people or punishing them or, fining them. So, they're not going to come back. And so it's just like they can say it's unusual circumstances, so someone doesn't come back later and say, like, hey, I want my money back.
Well, it's the same as all the people that are in prison for life for marijuana-related offenses that still have not been exonerated.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
Just when I try to champion and say things about the NBA, like when we did on Wednesday, we did the good cop, bad cop thing, the Greeny versus
Shinba.
Yeah, and they do something like this. It just makes it look it's transparent, it's dumb, and everything. But
NBA is a communist organization.
Well, I don't think T-Roy would argue with you about that. But
I said what I said.
Yep, you sure did.
They sure do like commies.
They sure do, don't they?
They make a lot of money off of them.
Of course they do. Go China.
And they're not making a goddamn dime off me the rest of my life.
Nope. I won't watch a game.
Let's do our pick six.
Pick six.
Yay! My favorite time.
Woo woo!
All right, I have secretly gone through and picked 6 games to go against the spread and 6 to go against the over/under.
Okay.
Jay and Leah have no idea what's coming their way.
We do not. Usually, I never
They're
really do.
sitting in the dark waiting for me to
Always.
release these names.
I always sit in the dark, wait for
So
20.
without further ado, Jay and Leah, the first of the 6 against the spread.
I heard the boy one.
The Colts are at Houston and are favored by 3.5 points. Bomber, who do you got?
Houston.
The home dog. Bird.
I can't stop beating this dead horse. Oh, boy. On the road, 3.5 point favorites, AFC South game, double-digit week.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the road favorite. I'm going to take the Colts, even though I wouldn't doubt it if Houston wins this game straight up. So I'm taking the Colts.
I'm taking Indy as well.
Ooh, I'm going to win that one. You guys are going to be salty.
That's just so weird. All right, next on the docket, the L.A. Rams travel to Arizona. Another road favorite, -3 Rams.
Gosh darn it all.
Leah Bomb Diggity.
Cardinals.
Leah's taking the Cardinals. Jaybird, you love them Rams.
Yeah. Arizona's got 2 straight losses, but the Rams just had a big loss to the 49ers. I'm going to take the road favorite. This sucks.
You taking the Rams?
Yes.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Tell him again, Leah. He's one he loves.
I was trying to tell him. He doesn't listen.
All right, Detroit at Chicago. I don't know what's going on. Is Hicks back for the Bears? This is the biggest thing for me. Do we know? Does anybody know out there in the
Is he back?
Harrington's Pub
Facebook
comment thread? If Hicks is back at the interior line for the Bears, it's going to make a huge difference here for me. But Leo, who do you like? Bears -3.
I don't. Well, it's hard for me to go with the Bears.
Yeah.
Because they tend to upset.
Yeah.
Every time I go with them, so I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to go against my feelings because it is unprecedented times. 2020. I'm going to go with the Bears on this one.
Okay. Jay, what do you think?
It's kind of be hard to figure out if the Lions are going to rally around Darryl Bevell as a new coach, but I'm going to take the Lions.
Why do you guys just have to disagree with me today?
Well,
I feel like
I only disagreed one time, and I'm taking
talking
Chicago's
to Jay.
too.
I'm talking to the app developer right now.
The app developer.
Yeah.
Is it because you got your hair cut?
We do. Yeah. You
You
finally
think
just mentioned something.
You
about
think
it.
you're better than me now?
No, but
No.
we do. We will have a phone call with Jake at 1. But
look at that.
So sometime in between our pick sixes here.
All right. Well, then move on to our next game then. Philly at Green Bay. Green Bay. This has jumped up, Jake, to 8.5. If it had been there when we were guessing our lines, you wouldn't have won this week.
It's Green Bay -8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Green Bay.
And by the way, that Chicago one, I would have got that right on the nose.
Hicks is listed as questionable. It's not usually. Sometimes mean
questionable.
That
He'll play.
Yeah.
Okay. You're taking Green Bay?
Yes, I am. My final answer.
I'm taking Green Bay as well. 8.5 Philly. Could be Jalen Hurts.
I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to take Green Bay, and I hate that I've taken all favorites.
Can we get a hell yeah?
No, I took Detroit. Sorry, that's the only one that wasn't a favorite. Yeah. What?
Wait.
I'm getting there.
Well, today, Junior.
Yeah.
There it is.
All right. Cleveland at Tennessee. This game has so many playoff implications, everyone. Tennessee is favored by 5.5. Browns backers going to love this game. He doesn't want us to talk about Cleveland, but he's going to love this game.
I think Tennessee's going to take this one, but because I just have this weird animosity towards them, I'm going to go with Cleveland.
So you're saying Cleveland and the points?
Yes.
Interesting.
Tennessee does not have a very good defense. Baker going to continue to stay out of his own way. I mean, every once in a while he'll make some pass attempts that don't look very good, but I know how much you like Chubb.
I like Chubb too.
Yeah. And I think they're going to do a lot of running on this team. So that being said, I'm going to take the points.
I think this is going to be a low-scoring affair, and I
agree.
I think Tennessee wins this by like 21-20. And
that close, huh?
Hence being Cleveland covers the spread.
Yeah, I like Cleveland on the points.
Give me a hell yeah.
Okay, Denver at Kansas City. Do they have a healthy quarterback up there in Mile High?
Kansas City?
I think they're all back.
They're all back.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's Kansas City's
Kansas
quarterback's
City
name
is
again?
favored by 14.
What was his name? Who's the quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
Say that. Can you spell that for me?
It's Leahbomber. Bomber.
That's Daddy.
All right. I know you're taking Kansas City.
Of course I am.
14 points, Jay. Too much?
Nope. They're gonna win by 17. I'm gonna say it right now.
It's NFL. It's crazy, but I'll give up the 14.
You're giving up the 14.
Mm-hmm.
Will you put a little asterisk that I said they're gonna win by 17 points? Because I want to see how close I am. Thank you. I'll forget.
And if you don't get that right, then it takes it away. I know Kansas City's winning this game. I just wonder if there's just going to be this weird backdoor cover.
Backdoor covers.
As in they end up winning by 10.
Doozies.
Because somebody throws a touchdown pass when it didn't matter. For that, I'm just taking Denver from that alone.
Kendall Hinton comes in and just throws up.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Just like happened in the game with Baltimore and Pittsburgh. It didn't matter, and they threw a touchdown and covered it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, and that was a backup as well too.
Right.
Bad
beat is what they call that, Leah.
Trace McSorley.
Bad beats are not my
said
favorite.
Kansas City was going to win.
They're going to win, and they're going to cover the spread. They're going to exceed the spread.
Okay, well.
Mark my words.
We did.
Okay, I'm mark them again. Put an exclamation point right by that. Thank you.
We're in between our pick
That's
six
now
and
3 wrong for 1 right.
in between our pick six and our over-unders, we're going to call Jake from Elite Sportsbook. Talk to him about the Iowa.
Do we want to call him and then go to break before we call him or no? Up to you. We're almost at the break.
No, we're not at the break.
Okay, all right.
This is Jake.
Jake. Welcome
Hey,
to the
Jake.
show, buddy. How you doing, man?
How's it going, guys?
How are you?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Good.
Good.
Life's good.
Yeah, happy Friday. Usually we talk to you on a Tuesday, but it kind of just worked out in our favor because I had a real interesting question for you. I was wondering if you saw at EliteSportsbook.com if you saw a lot more action on other sports, more increased bets because of people going to your site when a game like the NFL's moved to Wednesday. If you saw a little bit more, a lot more participation in bets on Wednesday than you normally would.
Yeah, actually, so on a normal Wednesday, well, Tuesday, Wednesday, just depending on the sports season, action and site actives obviously dip, especially during football and when many people are on the site on the weekends. But yeah, with NFL spreading out a little bit, it's been nice having a lot more people active on the site on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, just depending on when they reschedule those games. And then also college basketball has been thrown into the mix, so naturally we're seeing more action just in general on the weekdays because of the game schedule.
Yeah. So, and then does that do anything like? Do you see anybody just to kind of piggyback on that? Do you see anybody that may take advantage of your site that you can get paid out on a parlay because those games have gotten moved? Maybe they threw in the Steelers in that parlay, or the Ravens, whatever else, and then you decide, and they said, "Hey, I'm just gonna buy out now instead of just riding it out." Do you see anything like that?
Yeah, it's kind of been all over the board, right, because of the house rules. So it just depends on the situation. So say the game was canceled and moved to a different location. Well, then that, no action, the game. And then, the parlay becomes, a 3-leg instead of a 4-leg.
Mm-hmm.
Or, 20 players have COVID, and you're like, okay, actually, I'm not really looking to let this one ride. I'm going to cash out now. So, yeah, it's been a very interesting environment compared to normal years, and it really keeps the risk team on their toes. But yeah, I mean, people are really taking advantage of this cash-out feature while they can because of the schedule, and the games have been all over the place because of COVID. And
how has the participation been in the Iowa basketball games as far as like betting on them?
Good. It's actually, been picking up lately. It's interesting. So when Iowa football season's going, everyone's kind of focused on Iowa football, and we see more action on football than basketball, college Iowa basketball. And then as the football season starts to come to a close, some of that action starts shifting over to Iowa, more action on Iowa basketball. So we'll see how that goes this year with the COVID situation, but historically that's what we saw last year in our first operation.
Yeah, and so right now Iowa is 3-0 to the over, and so I'm sure, just to give people an idea, they're 2-1 against the spread on the season. This is Iowa basketball. Just to give people an idea on if they're interested in betting on Iowa when they play UNC, Iowa State, and Northern Illinois next week. They'll have 3 games in 6 days. So. But I'm glad to see that you're seeing action there as well. Is there any new promotions out there for us?
Yeah, actually we have a college basketball bet club going on from now through the 7th of December. So every day if you make a $50 bet on a college basketball game, we'll give you $5 in free bets back. So it's pretty much a 10% back if you make a bet on college basketball, just kind of get everyone easing into the season since it just started.
So I have a question. If I bet $150, do I get $15 back?
Mm-mm.
You get $5 back.
Okay, so it's just for every bet you get $5, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Every bet over $50.
Okay.
Just your first bet over 50, but you could do it every day.
And then how did our promotion go?
It went well. We had quite a few users, and we want to see full swing again. How it will do, and if you can get some more depositors, and just as a piece of our gratitude to you. So we're going to have you started again on Monday, the 7th, and it'll run through the 20th.
Okay, so that when we start on Monday, we're going to put in the code HASSLE, and if you put in anywhere as a minimum of $10 to $50, you guys will match it, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Oh, good. So I'm glad we get to run that again, because I know we got some people take advantage of that. So that's awesome to hear. I'm glad that we got people to do that, and they're listening to us and they're participating at EliteSportsbook.com. I'm looking at some of the other things you have here. I am looking at your college basketball bet club, and people can go to EliteSportsbook.com, and you can go to the Iowa Always Wins. That's still running through December 12th. And you've got your pro football futures, player props, and that are promos that are going on there as well. How are things going at the casinos?
They're doing well, actually, too. And I'll tease a little bit of a social media promotion we have coming up. We're going to be giving away a signed, autographed jersey, a Noah Fant Broncos jersey, on social media coming up during the next couple of weeks, right before
you heard that, Brandon DeTrent?
I see what you guys are doing there, because you use your Iowa and Colorado connection, because you Elite Sportsbooks in Colorado as well.
Exactly. So we'll give you the details on that in the next week or so. So everyone kind of stay tuned and follow us on social media at Elite Sportsbook, and that'll be coming out soon. But I actually got a question for you. Did you think that Iowa was going to cover, 31? the other night.
Well,
Were
okay,
you on the
it got
on the
32
Iowa bandwagon there?
It was 32 last night against Western Illinois, and I did actually.
Yep.
We had AC Erlin, and he said he didn't think they would. I didn't like that Western Illinois didn't. They lost their top 3 scores, and they had a terrible record last year on the road. It was their first game of the year. Like, I really felt confident in that. The other one was the bad beat on Friday, where they were favored by 30, and they gave up the 3-pointer with less than 5 seconds left, and he banked it in to cover the spread. So, but again, I've been pushing people to bet the overs on these teams because Iowa's defense really hasn't been strong, but their offense has. So betting the over right now is the way to run. This is the way I'm looking at for Iowa.
It's just interesting. I had a bunch of friends, text me and saying they were going big on, didn't think that Iowa was going to cover, and the rest teams didn't know, what they're doing or whatever. And it's just like, it's funny that I think they know, even after that Eagles game.
They do.
They have an idea.
Let me be the first one
They're
to tell
calling
you.
Jay every time. I mean, they're checking with Foster as much as possible.
I'm on a text thread with the Risk team.
Oh my gosh.
We talk about these things. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Fran texts him often.
Yeah, Fran lets me know. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm running up the score to cover.
What do you think, Foster?
Prove all the haters wrong.
That's right. All right, Jake, tell everyone where they can follow you out on social media so they can get in on that Noah Fant jersey that's coming up soon.
Yep. You can follow us at Elite Sportsbook, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So that promotion will be starting. We're aiming for next week.
Okay, so we're looking at next week. We're going to do that promotion for that, and then also next Monday we're going to push that we're going to be we're going to have our promo again because we ran it for I think we did it from the 21st to the 30th of November. So, but we're going to start that again on the 7th of December. So that's great. All right, buddy. As always, every week, man, try to find a way to get in and see us.
Yeah, for sure. When things die down, I hope to be back down there.
Yeah, I guess
but,
that's a
for the
good
time
point.
being, we'll put it on pause.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good call.
Unprecedented times.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jake.
All right.
Bye-bye.
That's Jake from Elite Sportsbook. Let's just go to that break, and then we'll come back and we'll do the over-under. You guys reading something?
Oh, sorry. You said let's go right into that, so I assumed you had that.
Oh, you just want me to go right into break?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You like that? You like that? Holy cow!
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
The Circle Tap in Davenport is your place to catch all the action this football season. Enjoy $2 cans for every Iowa and Iowa State game and watch every NFL game with the NFL Sunday Ticket on one of their 16 flat-screen TVs. Get $2 domestic cans and $6 pulled pork sandwiches and fries every Sunday. Book your holiday party now and enjoy the heated patio for your next event. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends all season long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
I've seen the worst things that can possibly happen. This isn't even close to that.
He's back on your radio. Greeny.
I have always felt basketball is a game where the team that has the best player wins. The Lakers would have the 2 best players.
Greeny, covering the top stories with the biggest names. Plus, breaking news.
Only in football do we wonder this aloud, and I just thought it was worth spelling out all of the ways in which Brady changed everything.
Greeny. Weekdays at 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
The holidays are right around the corner. Don't stress out finding that perfect gift for that hard-to-buy someone on your list. Shop Premier Metal Art. They do custom engraving on items like tumblers, promotional items, and other custom gifts. They even do holiday decor and family namesakes. These multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art items are a must-have this holiday season. Customize your man cave or purchase a gift for a sports fan, a first responder, or even a veteran. Order now online at qcpremier.com or on Facebook. Finish your holiday shopping today.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
The Raiders are being investigated for violating COVID protocols, and those two things have to be so. Raiders violating any protocols, Raiders, that specific franchise, and also now the Vegas Raiders.
Right.
Doubly redundant on the debauchery and rule breaking.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Matthew.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. I hear you. And what you say really does matter to me.
I mean, let's be honest. No kid likes rules, but I get why we have them. I hear you, and I know it's because you care.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for never giving up and always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for letting me know what you expect, so I can try to meet your expectations.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
When you own a business, every precious second of your life is spent focusing on how to make it successful and profitable. You spend so much time worrying about making things right, the last thing you need to worry about is when things go wrong. That's where we come in. Jorgensen Insurance, our worldwide resources allow us to give your business the most comprehensive and cost-effective commercial insurance plan anywhere. Online at jorgenseninsurance.com. Now, get back to work.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Kendrick Perkins.
Max, you argued me down on First Take about how good of a player Chris Middleton was.
No, I didn't.
And I told you, yes, you did. And I told you that he wasn't that type of guy, right? But he did play. Oh, I'm making stuff up.
I argued for Chris Middleton. No, I said Chris Middleton should be at best the third best player on a championship team. You need another dude who can go get his own shot and do it on a higher level than Middleton if you want to pair him with Giannis to win a championship. I never said anything different than that. I wasn't thinking the Bucks were going to win a title this year.
So did you have a bus coming out of the East?
Yep. I sure did. Shut up, Perk. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers, but maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to townsquarequadcities.com now for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising here on ESPN 1170. Get started today. Call 563-202-2230 or visit townsquarequadcities.com.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the greatest show on earth. Don't Ask Us, a local 2-hour.
The #1 sports talk show, local sports talk show in the Quad Cities.
I just like to brag. We're probably not number one.
I'd say sports, the #1 sports and entertainment definitely show.
We're #1 at some.
Quad Cities.
#1 in my heart.
You know, I thought about this today, but we're not going to do it. I thought about bringing back the Jay Explains Professional Wrestling to T-Roy and Bomber again. But I didn't really have like a...
What do you mean?
Well, because remember the one time it was the Montreal screw job. It was the anniversary. Thanks to our friend Brad was like, hey, and then I had to explain
what is today the anniversary of?
Well, it was there's no anniversary. Now I have to go like today in history. But there was like 2 big things that happened this week, and I'm not going to get into it too in depth.
I kind of want you to.
But one is Sting returned to wrestling. He went to AEW.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Who is Sting?
He's the dude that dressed like Brandon Crow.
No.
Or Brandon, he dressed like the Crow. Brandon Lee. You know, the Crow?
Yeah.
He dressed like the Crow. And then he
died on the set.
But then all of a sudden, but then all of a sudden you'd hear this dong, and all of a sudden they'd spotlight going on. He'd be hanging up in the rafters and then he'd fly down.
Yeah. He's a professional wrestler. So he came to AEW.
So realistic.
His Legends contract
He's going to be like 70 years old.
His Legends contract expired with WWE, so now he went to the AEW. That's a big. And then Pat Patterson passed away, which is kind of a big deal.
Who dat?
He was the first ever Intercontinental Champion, But more importantly, like, he was the one that created. If Vince McMahon had one go-to guy, and he had, like, with Gorilla Monsoon and some other guys, but Vince McMahon's guy was Pat Patterson.
Didn't he burn bridges with every single one of his guys eventually, though?
They did with him, but they always make up in the end.
Yeah, I don't
but
know
he
about
never did.
that.
Pat was there from the very beginning. From the moment he bought the company from his father, Pat was there. So
from his father.
Yeah, Vince McMahon Sr.
Right.
But that's not what we're here.
Neither
to do.
here nor there.
I want to
Jay.
do the over under, and then we're gonna come back. And I want
to know what happened with Sting.
He went to. So Cody Rhodes and this other guy were Darby Allin were getting beat up. They got jumped by this faction of bad guys because
Yeah.
Darby and Cody are the face. Face is a good guy. Heel is a bad guy. And then Sting just came in and kind of didn't really clear house. Just kind of show that he's with
Scared
the good
everybody.
guy. Scared everybody. Yeah, he didn't have to do
He's
anything.
terrifying.
Well, I don't think he can wrestle. So I don't know what he's going to do.
Because he's so old.
He got hurt last time out by Davenport's own Seth Rollins, or Colby, a.k.a. Colby Lopez. His very last match, he got hurt. So I don't know if medically he's been able
Kobe
to.
didn't do it on purpose.
No, he didn't do it on purpose, but it's not a good look on that someone got injured because of it. It's just not good. You don't want to injure somebody. It doesn't look like you can.
Don't speak for everybody.
It doesn't look like you can work in the ring. It questions your work rate. But
So it's not on Colby, it's on Sting.
I think it's
it's on Sting that he got hurt.
I think it's on Colby. I
Really?
think yeah.
Why is it on you to hurt somebody? You guys.
He didn't mean it. Like a shoulder here and there. You don't slam him right. You got to protect him.
Yeah.
I mean, this has happened before. I mean, I think Triple H broke a guy's neck doing the pedigree once.
Somebody died.
That was a different thing, but yeah, that's happened before.
Well, I think Davenport's own. There's no way that he.
And then Goldberg
on
hurt Bret the Hitman Hart because he didn't land his thing right. So you have to be careful. Really, your career.
But
is
you're
in the
asking
hands of
him to
people
make
that-
it look real.
Yeah.
And then
they're
don't hurt me.
Claiming it's
at
real.
the same time. Trust me, those hits are real.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. They're claiming it's real, so
but
you
they're
can't.
doing it in a way where it doesn't hurt as much. How about that?
Yeah, that's the acting part. Is to try to make it not hurt.
So, but I didn't want to go into depth.
Look as
but
bad
that's,
as it is.
that's Jay Explains Wrestling segment, and I didn't really want to get much into it because I was thinking in my head, okay, what are the things we have to do besides when we're going to over under? So I thought about
How
something.
old Sting though?
50 something.
Jeez.
Pretty old.
54 probably.
Way older.
It's like my age range, my demographic, my type.
Is he way older than that?
Got to be more than 4 years older than me.
He's got to be more than the 4 years old. Brad says he's 61.
Thank you, Brad.
He looks good for 61.
All right.
Thanks,
How
Brad.
good? I'm gonna have to Google him.
So, okay, let's do our over-unders, and we're going into our next bit.
All right. Over-unders. Leah Baum.
What's up, Troy?
Dallas Cowboys are at Baltimore. The over-under is 45.
Baltimore's healthy. Lamar's back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the over.
Leah went with the over. Jay Bird.
I like the over as well.
I'm with you, fellas.
All right. Now we're going to move this all over. I wasn't even prepared for that.
did it.
Get
I know.
going here.
All
Let me
right.
Get that right.
Can you give me a hell yeah,
There we
Leah?
go.
Hell yeah.
What's next?
Cincinnati at Miami. Viva la Miami. Over under 42.5.
Over.
We still don't know who's starting, if it's going to be Fitzmagic or Tua.
The over is going to be due to
I
the
don't
Dolphins.
know. I can pull it. I see. I have the Bears depth chart. I can
We do
probably
know that
find
Burrows
one
ain't playing.
We do know that. Yeah. What was he at? You said 42?
42.5. That's very low. I'm with Leah. I think I'm going to go over in that one.
The Dolphins are going to.
They've got listed Tua listed as a
Starter?
Yeah, starter, but he's questionable. And again, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
I'm going over. That's low.
Yep.
And I mean, what, 42.5? Cincinnati can get to at least 14, right?
Yeah. And they can get to at least 28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm with you. Yep, I'll do that. Yep. Hey.
Las Vegas at New York Jets. Over under 47.
Under.
Man, she's on top of this, Jay. I got to agree with her.
Yeah, I do too. I don't like that Las Vegas has been traveling back and forth, East Coast, West Coast to East Coast. The Jets, what have they really done? Except like even now, now their coach is saying that we've underused Sam Darnold. Like he's saying like I'm not a good coach. I thought that was the quote yesterday. Like
he's like my
we
bad.
we haven't worked to his abilities. Like yeah, he's like, hey, this is. I know you guys.
I apologize.
Yeah, I have not coached to his abilities.
Adam Gase is the worst coach in football.
He's
He
terrible.
really is.
At least he owns his shortcomings.
Rarely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
For once.
The Washington football team. Oh, I almost said it. At Pittsburgh. Over under 42.
Over.
Under.
Over.
This is right up there with the 19-10 game that the Steelers had last week, and it's a short week for the Steelers as well. Steelers play down. Steelers play down.
I'm going to say it's over, and I think the Steelers are going to be at least 29.
It's a nothing game to them. Outside, well, that's not true. They're
That's
undefeated.
why I think they're going to
Exactly.
They're undefeated. I think they're going to outscore.
I can't say it doesn't mean anything to them because it's got to.
The Giants are traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. The over/under is 47.5. Lebo.
Daniel Jones is probably not playing in this game.
Under?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say that, Jay?
It was just listed. It came up when we were on the last commercial break. High ankle sprain.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Seattle's gonna. They won't need to throw them. All right, give me the number again.
47.5.
Under. It's under.
Subliminal under. Everybody on the thread agrees with us, by the way.
Yeah, really. All right, under. That's a hell yeah.
Oh, yay!
Okay, the Patriots are traveling to L.A. to take on my beautiful Chargers.
They're yours?
Yes. 47.5 is the spread.
Okay, wait. Ooh.
Give me the over.
Jay took the over.
I actually like the Chargers here winning another one-score game, 28-24.
I like the over.
I'm going to just disagree with you.
What?
Yeah. Because I think it's going to be close. So I might as well take the under to win and beat the pants off y'all.
Oh, you think so?
I said the pants.
We'll see.
Well, the number one talks radio show in sports and entertainment is bringing you two bits back to back, and we're cramming in 40 minutes.
We should bring the kids in here for the Christmas song.
They can come in for the Christmas one.
I think
so
they would
we're
like
going
it.
this. Yesterday we talked about coaches that most hated, which kind of across the line of like, and EJ's is right. We need to figure out, are they dirt balls or are they hated?
Yeah.
So it's and I was, as I was driving here, I'm like, yeah. And again, if I can't go jogging when I think of the best things, it was on my drive. It usually comes at the exact same time at the exit right by Home Depot. I'm focused. What we're gonna do? What bit can I come up with? And I said I'm gonna piggyback on this. Players you love to hate.
Oh, so easy.
You love to hate. You do not like them, but secretly you're like, I'll watch them. I'll watch them play.
First person that pops in your head, Brady.
So you like watching? Okay.
Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong.
Pick. Yeah, we got to get a list here. That's a good pick because, that's a good pick because Yep.
Yep.
Because even when you're done and he wins, you're like, he's the greatest of all time.
Be like, I hate him.
Yeah.
Bubba Watson.
Okay. Like watching him play.
No, I like watching him lose.
Love to hate. Okay, so yeah, either way.
Pat Mahomes.
I don't have a problem with him.
No.
So many people hate him.
Really? I don't like his hair.
Or his voice.
His voice, but I don't have a problem with him.
I like watching him play.
I'm in awe of him.
Yeah,
so, like, again, that
he hasn't won enough yet for him to be hated.
When,
give him about 3 more Super Bowls and then
to have me stop and tell my entire family that 11-step drop in the Super Bowl is incredible.
Yeah,
you'll never see anything like that again. When they all three were like, I don't care, but I'm like, just watch it again, just please. I'm gonna rewind it.
Tiger's up there too, by the way. People hate Tiger.
Speaking of Tiger,
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron is definitely.
He's on my favorite to hate.
Who's the other one?
Real quick. Speaking of Tiger.
His name.
Sunday night.
His name.
Tiger Woods' America's Son premiered on ESPN. So it's an hour, or is it this Sunday? It's an hour-long film that explores Tiger's relationship to race, specifically regarding his desire to be seen mostly as a golfer and athlete and American. In other words, it centers around his reluctance to be a hero for Black America, as the undefeated Pharrell Evans wrote. The bottom line, the words, quote, "In this country, if you look black, you are black," echo at the end of the trailer, but it's on Tiger and only Tiger to decide what that means to him. This has been brought up before because when we talked about The Last Dance, a documentary, who do you like to see? And we'd all like to see like a 10-part series of the rise and fall of Tiger. And I think this is a good start. Mm-hmm. So I'll definitely be watching this. As much as I don't watch golf, I'll definitely watch this. There you go. Eddie just brought up Christian Laettner.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what? I do not hate that guy. Not one bit. It's my
Sergi does.
favorite college basketball game of all time.
Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Didn't people hated his guys?
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
People didn't
That
hate
man
him.
is...
Barry
People
Bonds.
hated him.
Barry Bonds. Love to hate him.
I love Barry Bonds.
Yeah, a lot of people hate him.
A lot of people hate
So
me.
I looked at this different...
Ask me if I care.
So there's guys like, do you want to cheer against? Is that what you love to hate? You enjoy
Roger
cheering against
Clemens.
them? Yeah. You enjoy to cheer against them, right?
Yeah.
Then mine's... I gotta put... Mine's mine, and it's not true. I'm on an island here.
Nobody hates Griffey. That's not true. I see people arguing about Griffey all the time.
No, what the argument is if he's got like the most purest swing of all time.
He checked me out
or
once.
If
True
he
story.
was, if he should have been
It's true.
100%.
You can ask my parents.
The
They were sitting
argument
right next
about
to me.
whether or not he should have been got all 100% of the votes to get in the Hall of Fame the first time. Those are the arguments you have, not about.
Well, who do you
everyone
hate?
loves good. I'm on an island. It's Derek Jeter. Love to see him.
I don't like him. Aaron, what's his face? Who's J-Lo with right now?
A-Rod.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand that guy.
Oh, he's on the list.
He's
listen,
on my list.
I'm the guy that refused to give a standing ovation to Derek Jeter at the All-Star game.
I wouldn't either. Even though he's got like the prettiest face ever.
And the guy behind me said, "Really, you're not going to stand?" And I said, "Really?
Nope.
I'm not going to stand." I don't know what that guy's problem was talking to me like that, but
He's a Jeter fan.
well, yeah. Anyway, it was in Minnesota. He should have been like, and also it's kind of weird because like when he was coming up, like Nomar was there, and I already gravitated towards Nomar. So
Nomar.
Yeah, but yeah, Jeter's that's who else is on there? You had LeBron, right?
I picked LeBron. What's the other one?
People
what is
used
his
to really
name?
hate Rodman.
I was gonna say Rodman too. That was up there for
People
me.
used to hate Rodman a lot.
Oh, who am I think of? Light skinned dude, pretty.
Christian Laettner.
No. What is his name? He has babies.
Isaiah Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name?
Karl Malone.
No,
You don't think so?
people compare him to Kobe. Him, LeBron, and Kobe. They're always compared. So who am I thinking of?
Jordan.
No, he's young.
He's young.
Mm-hmm.
What does he play for?
He's NBA player.
Steph Curry.
Yes, that was who I was thinking of.
I would say people hate probably what's his teammate that always gets in trouble? Green. Not Green. Is it Green?
I
Oh, help me out. Jay, come on. Played for Michigan State. He's on the Warriors.
DeAndre?
No.
I should know this.
I know I should too. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I should.
Harrington's Pub text thread.
Hey Siri.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, give me the Harrington's.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. Yeah, I was right.
Green.
Draymond.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People, they're like jealous. Only the jealous hate Steph. Yes, I'm not saying I hate him. I'm just saying controversial players, people love to hate him. He's one of them.
I guess that's what I would say. His success, but there's so many.
His personality is kind of cool. So
There's so many kids who are
no reason to hate him.
now.
He's not LeBron.
14 to 11 that love him, and now they look like they know they don't have to learn they don't have to dunk. They can just learn how to drain it from 40 feet out.
I have the best one so far. Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick is a good one.
Yep.
People, that's
He's
a gravitational.
like the anti right now for half of America.
That would be like when we started when we started Dapper Crap, that would be the topic. Colin Kaepernick, a polarizing that people are either like, no, he's great, he should be in the league, or people are like, absolutely.
But now
not.
where
That
he
is
stands
polarizing
out,
as can be.
it's not because of his talent, because he lacks that. It's because of his political statements and his activism. That's what makes people hate him.
I just don't like him wearing a Fidel Castro shirt.
Yes. Well, Mike Tyson's got Fidel Castro tattooed on him, as well as Chavez. And it makes no sense.
Mike Tyson's on that list.
Mike Tyson is definitely on that
He's
list,
definitely
yeah.
polarizing. So people that you love.
Mayweather, absolutely. That's a good one.
Either A. See, this is when it comes to, they get to point out our ignorance when it comes to NASCAR. Mikey said Kyle Busch, and then Ezra says Bubba Wallace is the new Kaepernick. He lives rent free in every redneck NASCAR fan's head.
What about people hated the Rainbow Warrior?
Oh, they hated Jeff Gordon.
Gordon, yeah.
Did they?
Oh, yeah.
Because they just.
Why'd they hate him?
I don't know.
They would.
He won a lot.
That's probably why they.
He won a lot, and then he wasn't like this. He was from California. He wasn't the Southern guy like Earnhardt, and they were like rivals. And oh my gosh, that was you could get any NASCAR fan.
I was
going,
too young when that was going down.
They would call him a gay slur if you said you liked him or whatever else.
It was the Rainbow Warrior.
Yeah, it was the easiest argument to get into with a NASCAR fan back, and that's just like
because he raced for DuPont, and his car had all the colors from the DuPont thing on it.
Okay,
that was one of those there.
Wow, that is so ignorant, but okay.
Is there any quarterbacks right now?
Yeah, Brady.
I mean, there was. You can go. Basically, pick a Duke player every year since 1990, and you're good to go. I mean, remember Grayson Allen? How big that was?
We hated
Cherokee Parks, Bobby Hurley, J.J. Redick.
Yeah, but who was the guys that were doing the cheap hits? That was Grayson Allen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cutler,
Cam Newton.
Jay Cutler's a good one.
Cutler.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, people don't like him. I'm with you.
Jim, does it matter? Is he a starting quarterback right now? No.
Who was that boxer they named after Tyson? Mayweather.
I don't care either way about him.
I was trying to write all these down.
And then you've got Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
I love Conor.
And they've mentioned on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread, they've mentioned like your typical heels love to hate Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, but they're doing their job.
They're created to be hated.
Yeah, they're supposed to get that reaction.
That rhyme, created to be hated. I love that. You know what? That's what I get on my birthday card every time I get one from my parents. Created to be hated. I love you.
If you're not, during this next commercial break, if you're not changing your Facebook bio status to created to be hated, you're wasting our time and your time. Like that is
that should be my tagline though.
It really should be. Good for you.
I'm getting it tattooed on me. Consider it done.
That's a good list, and I appreciate everyone out there that gave us some names to look at. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're doing our draft. So that you out there, all the hassle maniacs out there, you guys can make your Christmas list and figure out. So your Christmas playlist, we're gonna create the list, and I don't even know where I fall, where I remember. I didn't look it up, but I know we did it before on Dapper Crap, but it's coming back. So we'll be right back. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Meet the Bakers.
Happy holidays!
This year, they're especially thankful for family time.
Oh, he's gotten so big!
And with pizza deals at Casey's all season long, they can spend less time in the kitchen and more time catching up.
It's so good to see you.
Now at Casey's, get 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each.
Yum!
Casey's, here for family time, here for good.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy! Go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
I'm Steve Weissman with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Call them the San Francisco 49ers of Arizona. After new COVID regulations forced them out of California, the Niners held their first practice in their new home of Arizona, where they'll play their next 2 home games. Head coach Kyle Shanahan on Thursday asked his players to watch out for each other mentally and emotionally, given they'll be away from their families for an extended time. Elsewhere, Josh Gordon is back. The league conditionally reinstated the Seahawks receiver from suspension. He'll be eligible to play in Seattle's final 2 regular season games. Over in Atlanta, All-Pro Julio Jones was not able to practice Thursday as he continues to battle a hamstring injury, while Raiders running back Josh Jacobs was out as well. Dolphins rookie quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was limited in practice. He has a thumb injury, and the team says he'll be a game-time decision on Sunday. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa know-how.
Right now, get a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter for just $22.98. They're an iconic duo like salt and pepper, a hammer and a nail, or the holidays and awkward hugs. You can't get one without the other. That's Napa full synthetic and a platinum filter for just $22.98. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales price does not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/20.
This fall, Thursday Night Football is back. See the game's biggest and brightest stars.
That's big time there.
Every rivalry and marquee matchup, all in prime time.
They can't stop us.
Watch on NFL Network, Fox, and streaming on Prime Video.
Let's go! Unbelievable!
Thursday nights, all eyes on us.
We go hard for what we got.
Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Availability subject to change.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Excuse me.
Hey, this is the ladies' room, you freak!
Sorry, ma'am. We just sold this bike here.
So why do you have motorcycles in the bathroom?
Well, you see, Brenny's just received the new Suzuki motorcycles and ATVs that have been on order and are finally here. Along with all the parts and new Suzuki accessories, there's just no space left. Just a few short years ago, we built a 20,000 square foot showroom. And now with all this new inventory, we don't have squat for room. Excuse the pun.
Very funny. Hey, you know, I do like this new Suzuki motorcycle.
You should see the GSXRs we got in the men's bathroom, or the 1200 Bandit, or the Marauder that we keep down in the wine cellar. Come to think of it, I've never been in the ladies' bathroom before. Wow, look at all the latex vending machines you got in here.
That's Playtex.
Yuck, now I gotta go.
Bernie's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf across from Alcoa. Almost.
Get the latest news on the NBA playoffs by telling Alexa to play your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Join the club, buddy. Hair Club for Men here. Hey, anyway, this is Don't Ask Us for Local on AM 1170. Eddie's pointing out that the studio looks different without the hats. A lot of shiny things going on.
Oh, Jay's haircut?
And my head as well.
It looks nice. He got all of them cut. All of them.
Yeah,
every single one.
I do it. I shave it down because I like to wear stocking cap. I don't want to carry a ball cap around for my messy head. But I pointed out to a friend that I was like, I kind of saw that it looks like it's thinning out up here. So maybe this is the last year I do this.
It happens to the best of us. I have extensions if you want me to. I can
so-
bring those in.
Dude, give him a mullet
I could.
We're going to pick, we're going to put together a Christmas playlist for you guys. And we're going to do it draft style, Christmas songs. But in studio, we've got special guests.
We do.
We've got the Bomber Babies.
Bomber Babies!
We've got Cooper and Lyric in here. Say hi, kids. Hi. All right. They're going to also be picking a song. You guys can, they understand how the draft works. Once the song is off the board, it's off the board. So, they will pick number 2. The order is going to be Leah, then the Bomber Babies, then me, then T-Roy, and we'll snake it back. We'll let them know ahead of time.
I love that so much.
Just follow along.
Don't
you guys
cry,
can whisper
Mom.
to each other and do that. All right. So, Bomber, you've got pick 1.
Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's the no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If you have time, go to theringer.com and they have an article about this about how really, really deep the song is. Basically, she was very, very lonely at this time, and it's not really true, but it goes through her life and like.
I don't want to know anything about Mariah Carey.
Okay, well then don't go to.
I'm cool.
All right. Cooper and Lyric,
kids.
you guys are up. You have a song?
No, I do.
Okay, what is it?
What's this from the Nightmare Before Christmas?
What's this from the Nightmare Before Christmas? Okay.
How does it go? Can you sing a little bit of it? No.
They don't want to sing. Okay.
Okay.
Now
No
I want you
singing,
guys,
Mom.
Yeah. Now I
don't
want
know
you
it.
guys
They're your
to.
kids, but they don't want to sing.
That's fine.
Okay. Now I want you guys to talk amongst yourselves and figure out what your next song is. But pay attention, because if it's off the board, it's off the board. Okay. So now I'm up. Well, I mean, after that, there are some really good ones. There's traditional ones, and I don't really follow the traditional ones because it's not really my favorite. It's not one of my favorite holidays, neither the Christmas songs. So I'll go early on it. There's no way it's coming. I don't think it'll come back to me, not with T-Roy there. But Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC.
Dang it. You sucker. Man, you always take the good ones. All right, well, the first one for me is going to be Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee.
Oh, classic. Home Alone is when I think of that song.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Cooper, you know Christmas songs. You learned it in school, right?
Yeah, they don't sing Christmas songs.
Well, you've only been to kindergarten in person, so.
Okay.
But it's remote. Never mind.
That Troy, you're up for the second one of your
All right.
snake.
You know, I got to take it, though. Last Christmas by Wham.
Is that Last Christmas?
I gave you my
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Every next day, you gave it away.
I heard of that.
Yeah, read the lyrics of that song. It
Are
doesn't
you
make
writing these
sense.
down?
I'm writing it down. Yeah.
I'm writing it down. Jay is too.
Yeah. But
Where are you writing it down on your phone?
read the lyrics of that. That song doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
Anyway, all right, I'm up, and then I'll take Santa Baby.
Santa Baby.
Yep. All right, kids. You got to pick
a Christmas song. Any?
Frosty the Snowman?
There you go.
Perfect.
That's a great one.
That's a good one, man.
Good job, little man.
Frosty the Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
That is
All right.
a solid one, kids.
All right, Leah, you're gonna go for 2.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Boy, oh boy, just really
the
push
controversial
I
one.
know, of
You know
course
I
did.
had to
Yeah.
pick that
Baby,
one.
Why is
it's
there so
cold.
much baby Christmas songs?
I don't know. It's weird.
Lots of babies.
Lots of babies around Christmas.
Lots.
Well, Jesus was born then.
There
as a
you
baby.
go.
Yeah.
He was there you go. The first baby of Christmas is Jesus.
Jesus was born
Jay's got his biggest fan in the studio.
I guess so. Remember, think of a song. All right. That's
Leah?
Leah, you got a second.
Oh,
one.
it's me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
get another
some
one.
snake. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I knew it wouldn't make it back. That's a
How does
good
that one go?
Kids, you know how that song
Do you
goes?
remember?
What song?
Rudolph?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There you go. Shining. Cooper with the harmony. I like it.
All right, kids, that being said, you get to pick a song.
Okay, Jingle Bell Rock.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
Wasn't that Bill Haley in the comments?
I believe so.
Man, I wanted that one. Good job, kids.
Did they really come up with that on their own?
Yes.
That's my girl.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh,
well, hold on.
No, don't give him any ideas,
coming
Cooper.
back,
You
yeah.
got to save those for yourself,
Yeah,
pal.
Jay'll take your ideas.
He'll take them. He'll steal them.
Trust me, he's done it to me many times.
I'll take Christmas Song by the Chipmunks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, man, it seems like all my
Me,
stuff
I want
is
a hula
old.
hoop.
I'm getting the Christmas Song by Nat King Cole.
The Christmas Song by Nat.
How does
King
that
Cole.
go?
It goes chestnuts roasting
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah,
an
yeah.
open
All
fire.
right.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
You're gonna take 2. You get another one
Yep,
coming.
and then I'm taking "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" by Judy Garland.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Okay, if you take it, I swear.
No, you're not gonna do anything. You sit over there and be cute.
You're just tiny. You can't do anything.
Uh-oh.
Hey, he's up to like 39 pounds now. Okay.
Then I'll take. I think it's "Merry Christmas," but The Waitresses.
How's it go?
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I got some other ones out there, but I'm going to do that. Yeah. I guess there's some other ones out there. We're in the 4th round already. Okay.
What was yours again, Jay?
It's that "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas."
Who sings that?
The Waitresses. That
All
part
right.
I know for sure.
All right, kids, your turn.
Your turn, guys.
Let's do a sing another one.
Well, how about I'll give you a little. Can I give you a little hint?
I
Dun 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 dun.
Jingle bells.
Yeah, good job.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
They already
Hey,
did
hold
that
on.
one, but that's a good job.
I don't think anybody took that yet.
Nope.
He took
But you can
Oh
get it
well,
next time.
Snoop.
Yep, we can get it the next time.
You
if
can
we
get next
want
round
to.
unless your mom steals it from you.
I'm not gonna do that to my offspring.
You have 2.
Me?
Yep, you have 2.
I'm gonna do "Up on the Rooftop."
Yep.
Old Saint Nick.
Yes, that one. And then I'm gonna do "The First Noel."
No.
The first Noel. That one.
All right, gotcha.
You guys know that one?
I know one.
You know one? Okay, keep it to yourself. They'll steal it.
Okay. What do you have?
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Yes!
Good call.
Grandma.
Good call.
That's my girl.
Grandma got cashed by the reindeer. All right, Jay, what are you taking?
I'm going to take "Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All?"
Oh. Do they know? And that is what
It's
was
multiple artists.
That? Yeah, but what was the name of that? There was a group. It was called Band-Aid.
Yeah, Band-Aid. Thank you.
All right, I'm taking "Run Run Rudolph" by
Yes.
the man
Run, run,
Chuck Berry.
Rudolph.
Well, that is
It's a pretty good draft right there, kids.
pretty good draft. We got some.
You kids were solid in that. There's some
Yeah.
ones we missed.
You know,
though.
everybody's saying you guys
Holly
won.
Jolly Christmas, Burl Ives.
I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Yep.
Yep.
All I Want for Christmas Is My 2 Front Teeth.
You guys have never seen
The
Mommy
Most
Kissing
Wonderful
Santa Claus.
Time of the Year by Andy Williams.
Are you guys looking stuff up on your phone?
Yes.
Yes, sir. What it's here for, kid.
You
You
can't
know
break the
what?
4th wall and let people know that we do
Blue
this.
Christmas by Elvis Presley.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Blue, 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 blue Christmas.
You know the one. Remember the Boss Man Dave, the one that he tears up. It's the one in Peanuts from Charlie Brown. Yeah, he says it always gets.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow
I do-
by Sinatra.
We have to say this though, because everybody on the thread is saying the kids won. And here's the thing, I didn't use my phone, but they did, and the kids definitely did not.
No, they did.
Well, the kids were taking all the good ones. That's why I had to use my phone.
I think the kids have this in the bag. you
Yeah,
guys.
man. I mean, it's tough.
And I'm
when
very proud, baby
I can't
bombers.
think of any.
Well, you don't have to. We're done. We're done
It's
with the
all
poll.
over now, man.
So
Yeah.
now it gets put out into the world, and people vote, and they pick who had the best songs.
Well, there's what else was out there for the field? We Need a Little Christmas. I always liked that one. That always got me when I was your guys' age. Whenever because we used to have these winter sings back when things were normal. Kids,
We forgot Feliz
and
Navidad.
you would like
too.
watch all the other classes do it. So that's where we learned a lot of them. We forgot Feliz Navidad. I enjoyed that one because when
Feliz Navidad.
They just broke into song.
I know.
Cubs had when they had Cubs had Luis Salazar, you could always sing along to that. Luis Salazar. Do, 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 do.
What about the Nutcracker?
Yep. Well, Silent Night we didn't do.
What? I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
What about no one took it? It's starting to look a lot like Christmas.
All around the town.
Silent Night.
Yeah,
White
Silent Night's
Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Is there Red Christmas?
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yep.
Let's see.
Bah humbug.
No one took the Grinch.
I just did.
Oh.
You're a mean one,
Mr. Grinch. That was Cooper's favorite movie. We had to watch that for like 2 years straight.
The real one or the Jim Carrey one?
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
You guys like Christmas movies? What's your favorite Christmas movie, Lyric?
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's why you got to take that one. Yours is too?
Hazel's is
Cooper, you never even seen it.
Home Alone.
I love Home Alone. Cooper, you like Home Alone.
Loves Home Alone.
Cooper likes The Grinch. He loves The Grinch.
Yeah, but my first is, the one that yours said.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that. Why?
Oh, stop it.
Well, I think you kids did great. So
Yeah, you did.
I'm happy that we got to get your first appearance on Don't Hassle So Local. The Bomber Babies. So I appreciate you guys.
You're not Bomber Babies.
Yeah.
You can call me that one.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
He's a hothead like Troy, see?
Yeah. Yeah, there was good. Eddie put on Drummer Boy.
Yeah, Little Drummer Boy's good.
Yeah. And then, yeah, real quick though, since I asked them that, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Cooper.
My favorite Christmas movie. Oh boy, that's a tough one, man. Because when you're a kid, you really like some of those ones that are pretty cool.
A Christmas Story is a great movie.
Christmas Story with the Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie.
It says Fragile.
My father was the most
Italian.
feared furnace fighter in all of northern Indiana.
That's pretty darn good. Yeah. But I still got to go back to when I was a kid. It was Rudolph.
Oh, the claymation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you look like when you were a kid?
He looked just like he does now, just shorter.
Yeah. And my beard was blonde when I was your age.
No, I'm pretty sure that was a skin.
Just
Oh, all right. Well, you might be right.
Bomber, what's yours?
Favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Die Hard, and it's a Christmas movie.
I knew she was gonna say Die Hard.
Then that's yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I know it too.
Die Hard's good, but then I always get to argue Rocky IV is in there too because he fought on Christmas. So and then we actually do watch Rocky IV at my house every Christmas. But I don't really know. I mean, Elf was a really good Christmas movie, and I think that holds up now.
Mm-hmm. They won't watch it. Will you tell my kids to watch it?
Watch Elf.
Elf is so hilarious.
Yeah, you'd like it.
Hazel loves Home Alone just because she loves
Home Alone was good.
When he's puts the spider on the dude's face. And
The first one.
When she's when he's knocking those dudes that keep falling out, she just giggles. She thinks it's the
Absolutely.
funniest thing ever.
Yeah. So I don't. Other than that, I don't know what Christmas movies. I mean,
Sean said favorite Christmas movie, Last Boy Scout, tied for first with Die Hard.
I don't remember that being in Christmas, but that was also could have been set in.
It was set in Christmas.
I don't, maybe the time. I just know it was. I don't remember it snowing there, so it could have been in California.
Yeah.
I do like the Last Boy Scout though.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great
lot,
movie.
you know.
Great movie.
Head or gut type of thing. So, all right. Well, I know we got 10 minutes left, but we'll just plug some more commercials in. Call it a day. Call it a week. It's been a long week, and appreciate everybody. Kids, thanks for coming in. You guys
So what do you
were
guys
great.
think? What do you guys think about your first time on Don't Hassle Us?
Good.
Good? That's it? Just good? First thing they did, vending machines, pop machines, that was it. That's
They
what
got-
kids are obsessed with.
Got to do it all.
It ate my change.
It ate, I know. She's like, they stole my dollar. So we'll have to write a strongly worded letter.
We'll talk to somebody about that.
It's okay.
Read that last promo that I cut you off last time.
It's okay. Because Leah didn't want to do it anyway. Locally owned and operated since 1934, Tri-City Equipment, Leah, is your place to go for restaurant equipment and value. They have everything you need from cookware, equipment, refrigerations, utensils, flatware. You just name it. They got it. It's guaranteed for 30 days on parts and 90 days on labor. I'm sorry, 30 days labor, 90 days parts. And if you're looking to cater an event or you want to get a gift for a home chef, go to tricityequipment.com or you can stop down to their showroom at 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. Remember, they deliver to all Quad City residents and they match online pricing. Give them a call today, 563-322-5382 with any questions. Store hours 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And they're, once again, Tri-City Equipment, located at 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
The Rock says he's gonna make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
You like that?